Hi guys, John Craig with We Compost 2 and Hart's Worm Farm and Hart's Worm Farm Cooperative. And today I'm going to show you how to harvest a compost extract. Now before we start, it's important to note that there's three terms that people use interchangeably and they're completely different terms. So the terms are leachate, compost tea, and compost extract. Leachate is what leaches out from a landfill. It's a dark liquid that usually, normally, almost always, well, you know what I'm going to say always, has the contaminants, heavy metals, pathogens, and the like. So we're not going to harvest leachate from our worm bins, but we will harvest the worm extract. And so the second term is worm tea. So tea is something that you brew, and normally it takes 24 to 48 hours. You take a bag of worm castings, put it in a bucket of dechlorinated water with some other items, and brew it for 24 to 48 hours, and you have a compost tea. The compost tea is usually used for a foliar spray and is known for having a large number of microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and the like. The compost extract you can harvest from your worm bin, or you can actually make using a bag with the worm castings in it and massage the extract out. The worm extract has not a large number of microorganisms, but a large variety of microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and what have you. So without further ado, let's see if we can show you two methods to harvest your worm extract. Here we go. So the first method is you're going to take some water, preferably rainwater, and this won't be perfect, but you're going to take some rainwater and you're just going to slowly, and I'm not going to do it slowly, but I'll try, pour it over your worm castings. And as it goes over the worm castings, it will pick up all the microorganisms and the beneficial humates and fulvates and nutrients. So this is a worm, but here's a worm factory, and it has some stages. Keep adding stages and add food in there, and the worms will go up. Right now, I took out the food part, and this is almost pure worm castings. You know what? It is pure worm castings, and I don't even see any worms in there. This is fantastic stuff. So let's try it and see if it works. So here's my bucket, preferably rainwater again, or well water, or dechlorinated water. And I'm just gonna, now pretend I'm doing this slowly. So there's a lot of worm castings in there. It's just sitting on top and it's percolating through. And then when it all percolates through, I'm going to open up this valve. That valve, can you hear it? That's pretty cool. Just open up the valve and harvest my compost extract. The other method is, while that's draining, take a bag that has real tiny holes in that. And you take your worm castings, freshly harvested is best, and you're gonna put that in the bag. Three to four handfuls should do it. Ah! I spilled it. Kind of hard to do this one hand. Put a little more in it. So we got our bag, and then we got a bucket of water. So the bucket, it's important to keep the bucket clean. You don't want any harmful bacteria or microorganisms in there. We want to be producing good stuff. So take the worm castings in the bucket, and then I didn't think this through, but you want to gently massage the microbes out of the worm castings. So the microbes have a glue holding them to the worm castings. I believe they're polysaccharides, mucilage, and the humates also help bind them to the particles. So they don't want to leave. So you want to just, gently massage that out. And basically you're going to massage it for about a minute or two, and then come back every, 5-10 minutes, and keep doing it. Probably for a couple hours. Or until you're satisfied. So I'm satisfied. Gonna squeeze the rest of the water out. And let's see what this stuff looks like. Got a clean bucket. So let's check the worm factory. And let's see what we've got. Hopefully the valve's not clogged. Nice, dark, beautiful worm extract. That stuff is just awesome. Oh my God. I'm not sure. That's just beautiful stuff. You can so this is good for a soil drench. I've actually used it for a foliar spray too. But basically, everyone else uses it just as a soil drench. You can dilute it. Again, you definitely, if you're going to dilute it, you definitely want to use dechlorinated water or rainwater. And got some plants. You know what? I think I'll just feed my banana trees. There you go. So that's method 1. And let's just check the color on method 2. So that's not quite as dark, has more silt in it, but it's still good. Excellent. In fact, I believe that is the preferred method by Dr. Elaine Ingham. Fantastic biologist. She is actually the compost tea guru. What am I missing here? We got tea extract. Yeah, we'll do the tea next time. Until then, take care. Thank you.